Hello everyone. Welcome to part 101 of SQL for Beginners series. In this video session, I am going to practically demonstrate on how to execute SQL queries on Oracle 11g. So, in this video session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate how to execute SQL queries or statements on Oracle 11g. Till the previous videos, till the till most of the previous videos, like the videos till 99, okay, till the 99 previous videos have used MySQL, okay. Instead of Oracle 11g, I was using MySQL and have executed all the SQL queries. I have executed all the SQL queries on this MySQL software, DB software. Now, in this video session, I am going to practically demonstrate how to execute the similar SQL queries on Oracle, a different RDBMS software, that is Oracle 11g. Okay. So in order to execute these SQL queries, we need few software. Like we have to install Oracle 11g. Okay. And by default, when you install Oracle 11g, you will get SQL Plus. Okay. SQL Plus is a client, command line client. It's a command line version of client. It looks like a command line tool, command line client tool. Then we have SQL developer also. Okay. But SQL developer doesn't come by default with Oracle 11g. We have to separately install this SQL developer. If you have installed Oracle 11g, then you have to separately install SQL developer in your machine. So this is also a client, guys, but it's a visual kind of client. Okay. So UI based, but here command line based. Anyhow, how to install Oracle 11g? Okay, and how to use SQL Plus command line client, how to install and use SQL developer visual client, all those things I explained as part of the previous video session. So refer to the previous video, guys, if you don't have any idea of how to install Oracle 11g or how to use this SQL developer and install. Okay, just refer to the previous video. Hoping that you already have installed Oracle 11g and you have this SQL developer visual client installed in your machine. Let's get started with this session. So in this session, I am going to execute SQL queries on Oracle 11g, right? So what will happen? This Oracle 11g will be there in the server like this. There will be a server. In a server machine, generally in real time, in the server machine, this Oracle 11g will be installed. Okay, Oracle 11g will be installed in the server machine. Now, but in my case, I installed this Oracle 11g in my laptop itself. Okay, it's not a separate server machine. Just assume that this laptop itself is a server machine for now. But in real time, this Oracle 11g will be installed in the server machine. Okay, here what will be there? Oracle SQL server will be running in the server machine. Now, in a company, there will be lot of employees, right? Lot of employees will be there, and all these employees has to work on this, has to execute SQL queries on the server Oracle 11g SQL server. They have to execute the SQL queries on the server. They have to execute the queries. So everyone want to do that. Now, since this particular Oracle 11g has been installed in a separate server machine in real time, okay, so the company will ask you to download and install SQL developer client tool. Okay, SQL developer client tool. Okay, not only here, everyone whoever want to execute the SQL queries on the server, okay, they have to install this SQL developer client tool. This side is, these are all clients, guys. These are like employee laptops. Okay, employee 1, employee 2, like that. Okay, employee 3. But in my case, I'm not installing these two softwares in separate machines. I have the developer tool, SQL developer tool, client tool in my machine itself, and also I have the Oracle 11g server also running in the same machine itself. Okay, fine. Now, where I have to enter the SQL queries, where I have to type the SQL queries, client or server. This side clients are there. Okay, SQL developer client tool is there. This side Oracle 11g server is there. So if I have to execute this SQL queries, do I have to you have to enter the SQL queries in server or client? We have to enter here, guys. Okay, enter the SQL queries to be executed, which need to be executed. Okay, queries to be executed in client machine. This is the first point. Where you type this SQL queries in the client machine itself. Okay, not the server. And where you will execute this after you enter this SQL queries in the client tool, where you will execute, where you will run or execute also in the client machine. Okay, when you enter this SQL query in the client tool like SQL developer and run or execute, what will happen is this client will first establish a connection to the server first. Okay, for a particular SQL developer client to perform or execute this SQL queries on a particular server. So first the connection should be established. We need this client has to connect it to connect to Oracle SQL server. In the previous video, I explained, guys, okay, how to connect to Oracle 11g SQL server using the SQL developer client to already explained as part of the previous video. You can go through that. Okay, this connection part is already done. Once this connection is established, then you can enter the SQL queries in this client tool and run or execute them so that these queries will be executed on this server. Okay, this is server. So and based on this execution, the operations will be performed on the database, data stored in the database, and you will and the server will give you the reply. That means if you want to get a list of all the employees in a particular company, you can provide SQL statement here, run it. The query will be running on the server, and the server will get the required data from the database, and it will return you the results of that is list of all the employees working for a particular company that you specified. Okay, that results will be displayed on your client. So this is how the working will be there. Fine. Now let's practically show you. Okay, let me practically show you different SQL queries, how to execute them from the SQL developer client tool, and how you will get the response from the server. Okay, having the DB. Fine. So let's get started with this different SQL queries. Let me select new here. So first thing is how to retrieve the records. Okay, this is the first thing that you have to know, guys. Before going there, before going there, I have to first launch the SQL developer client tool. Okay, I have to first launch the SQL developer client tool, which I have downloaded and installed as part of the previous videos. Okay, I configured also. You don't have to do it again. So, so earlier, if you remember, I downloaded this SQL developer in my downloads folder, and it came like a zip file. I extracted it. I got this SQL developer, open this SQL developer extracted folder, and here I see this SQL developer application exe file. Okay, when I launched it for the first time, it has asked me to provide the JDK home folder path. I already did all these configurations in the as part of the previous video, guys. Okay, this time when you double click here, it will launch without any problems. Okay, when you launch it for the first time, it will ask you to provide the Java path. Okay, Java path of the JDK home folder. Now for the second time, it will not ask this. Okay, and in the previous video itself, I launched this SQL developer client tool, and also I connected to the this particular database. Okay, that is Oracle 11g that server I already connected using this client. Okay, this Oracle 11g server has a databases inside it. So using this SQL developer client, we are going to connect. Already got connected to the Oracle 11g DBs. Okay, so here you see, let it launch, guys. So all this connection process has been done yesterday itself, guys. I'm not going to explain again. Refer to the previous video if you want to understand that. So expand this. So here, this is the Oracle DB server. As you can see here, Oracle DB server. Using this Oracle SQL developer client tool, we got connected to this Oracle DB server. And so it's loading some tables here, guys. Let's wait for these tables to load. Okay, it will take some time. Index preference as something is going on here. Let's wait for it to complete. You see, you got all the tables here. Now expand this. Okay, expand this table section where you can find all the default available tables. Okay, so don't click that. It will open all the tabs here. Okay, if you click on. Fine. So, and by default, you can see Oracle DB server editor is there. Okay, where you can type the SQL queries. Okay, here we have countries table, departments table, employees table, job history table, jobs, locations, and regions table. I have not created any of these tables, guys. These tables have come by default with this Oracle DB server. Okay, I have not created any of these tables. Fine. Now, I would like to start with the retrieval of records. How to retrieve the records from tables. For example, this countries table is there. I would like to retrieve all the records from all the columns of the countries table. The simple SQL query statement for that is select star from. Okay, select star from which table? From countries table. Countries table. Okay, countries is a table name. You are going to retrieve all the records from the countries table. Here asterisk means all columns. Okay, so in countries table there will be countries table will be represented in the form of a table, guys. Okay, columns and rows will be there. So when you say select star, select all the records having all the data from all the columns. Asterisk means all columns from countries table. If I run this, if I run this, so here all the data, that is all the records from all the columns. There are three columns in this countries table. If you expand this, you can find it. Only three columns are there: country ID, country name, region ID. So all the records from all the columns of the countries table got displayed here. Okay, so a lot of records are there. Fine. So here asterisk means all columns, but I don't want the data from all the columns. Okay, I want all the records, but I don't want the all the records to be displayed from all the columns. Okay, only like all the records should be displayed only from specified column. Let's say only one column. So how to do that? I have to say select followed by, if I want to retrieve the records, all the records only from the country name column, not the country ID and region ID. I don't need only country name. Only this data I want. Okay, this middle row I want, middle column I want. Okay, so for that, instead of providing asterisk, asterisk means all columns. Instead of providing asterisk, you have to provide select country underscore name from which table? Countries table. Okay, from countries table. Select only this column from this countries table. If you run this time, only one column will be displayed. That is country, whatever the column name, that is country name column will be displayed, and all the records from this country name column will be displayed here. Okay, that's the second thing. Next, here only one column is there. What if I would like to retrieve the records from multiple columns? So here I will simply select star from countries. So all the available columns are country ID, country name, region ID. So three columns are there. Out of this, I would like to retrieve the records from two columns. Okay, here only one column is there. I would like to increase the column count to 2. So for that, I have to say select, okay, select country underscore ID, comma, country underscore name from countries table. Like this, I have to say. Here, instead of providing only single column, I provided two columns, 2 out of 3 columns. Here, asterisk means 3 columns, all the columns. Here, country name means only one column. Here, country ID, country name means this column and this column, 2 columns. So run this. So we got the results from two columns, that is specified columns, country ID and country name, from the countries table. So guys, this is how we have to retrieve the records, okay, from the tables using the SQL statements. Second thing, now second thing is, I would like to know, I would like to know in this countries table, I would like to know how many columns are there, and what is the data type of each and every column. I just want to know that. Okay, how many columns are there with their names, column names, and for each and every column name, what is the data type? Okay, what type of data should be entered into each and every type of column of that particular table? For that, we have a SQL statement or SQL query known as describe. Okay, describe table name. What is the table name here? Countries is a table name. Okay, describe countries, describe table name. When you run this, it will display you the details of this table, that is countries table, where there are three columns: country ID, country name, region ID. And if you see, country ID has char data type, country name has varchar, region ID has number. Okay, like this. So here into the region ID you can enter numbers, into the country name you can enter the string kind of text, into the country ID you can enter characters of size 2 only. Here size is also displayed, guys, along with the data type of data that you can store into the country ID. Here you have to know the size of this char data type is only 2. That means only 2 letters are allowed. Okay, 2 letters are allowed. Here varchar of 40 means 40. Size is 40, guys. Okay, you can type string of 40 size. Here number means any number you can enter. Okay, so this is a statement for finding out the different columns and their names in a particular provided specified table, along with the data type of each and every column. Okay, each and every column including its size of the data that we can store into the particular columns. Okay, we can insert into this particular columns. Fine. Now, so next thing is what? Next we have where class. What is where class? So let's say here we have countries. Okay, if I say select star from countries, if I say select star from countries and run it, all the records from all the columns, asterisk means all columns of countries table will be displayed here. But if I don't want to, okay, display all the records, rather I want to filter some records. Okay, based on some condition, I would like to filter these records. So for example, if I go to Google, simply say Google, google.com. If I say, okay, so if I simply say Google search, sorry, like for example, if I say, if I enter some text, guys, let's say if I enter QFox, Google has lot of data, right? This Google search engine can point to lot of data, but when you provide this text like QFox, based on this particular text, it will get you all the results, right? Related results it will get. It will filter some results. Google has huge amount of data. Okay, Google can search huge amount of data, and while searching, if you provide this QFox text, okay, only the search results related to this particular QFox term will be filtered and displayed in the search results. Similarly, here you see qfox.com is coming, okay, qfox YouTube is coming, Blogger is coming, and all those stuff are coming. Okay, fine. Now here when you say select star from countries, all the data that is there in under all columns of customers countries table will be displayed here. But if I want to add a condition, I have to use where class. Where class condition. Okay, where I have to say where region ID is equal to 2. What will happen in this case? So here, one of this country, first record has region ID as 2. Second record has Australia has region ID as 3. Third record Belgium has region ID as 1. So different countries here have different region IDs, and this few countries have the same region IDs also. For example, here first record Argentina has a record ID region ID 2. At same time, Canada fifth record also has a region ID as 2. So if I say select star from countries where the condition is only retrieve the records from this countries table records from the countries table whose region ID is 2. So here only the countries having the region ID 2 will be retrieved, even though this table has lot of records. But still, when you add this where class condition, only the records which satisfy this particular condition will be retrieved, filtered and retrieved. So let's run this. So now before I run this, you see in the normal select star from countries SQL query, you got all the different region IDs, right? All the countries having different region IDs. But when I say where region ID is equal to and run it, I will only get the list of countries whose region ID is only 2. It should not be 1 or it should not be 3 or 4. Okay, only 2 region ID related countries will be listed here. So this is how, guys, using this where class condition, we can filter the records in the table and display the records, list of records which satisfy this particular condition. Okay, this is how we have to use where class in the SQL statements. Now let's move to the next one, that is order by class. So let me show you how to use this. Okay, order by class. So here, if I say select star from countries, if I say select star from countries and run this SQL statement, I'll get all the list of countries. Okay, all the list of countries from all the columns of this countries table. Fine. Now, if you go through these country names, first A is there, then B is there, C is there. Okay, then S is there, again C is there, G is there, D is there, E is there. So these country names, are there in any particular order? No, guys, right? These are in random order. So like you see, C is coming after S alphabetically. If you see this order, okay, S should come after C, right? But here C is coming after S. But if you want this countries list, okay, in the ascending order of this country name, then you can use this order by class. Using this order by class, we can sort this particular displayed records of this particular countries table in the required ascending or descending orders. So for example, I would like to order all the records of this particular countries table in the ascending order of this country name. Okay, all this country name should be displayed in ascending order. Okay, so for that, select star from countries followed by, I have to say order by, you have to give the column name, that is country name, country underscore name, and followed by have to specify ascending or descending order. If you want to sort this particular records of this countries table in ascending order of this country name, then you have to add ASC. ASC stands for ascending order. Order by which column? Country name. In which order? Ascending order. So if you run this time, you will see that, so all these country names, all the records are displayed according to the ascending order of this country name. You see, A is coming, B is coming, C is coming, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, like that to Z. Okay, last Z will be there. So like this, guys. So what if I want to sort all these records of this particular table, that is a countries table, in the descending order of the country name? According to the descending order, that is reverse. First Z will come, okay, then Y will come, then X will come, and so on till last will be A, like that. Okay, for that you need to do a small change to this particular SQL statement. That is, instead of ASC, you have to provide DESC. DESC is a short form or keyword in SQL which represents what, guys? Descending order. Okay, run this now. You see, you'll get all the records in this countries table which got sorted according to the descending order of this country name. You see, first Zimbabwe came, Zambia came, United States, like that. So if you keep on going, the last will be having the A, Argentina, Australia, like that. Okay. So this is how, guys, we can sort the list of records in ascending or descending order of the specified column name of the particular table. Now, what if I don't provide? Here, I have to provide either ASC or DSC. But what if I don't provide anything? What will happen? So order by column name, but I'm not specifying whether it is ascending order or descending order. So by default, if you don't specify any, okay, ascending or descending order, it will be ascending order, guys. Okay. So this is same as ASC. If you provide ASC here, it will sort this list of records according to the ascending order of the country name. But if you don't provide also, by default it is ascending, guys. Okay, run this. You see, all the records got sorted according to the ascending order of this country name. So by default it is ASC. You can manually specify ASC, that's also fine. If you want in descending order, then it is must for you to provide DESC, then only descending. If you don't provide or provide ASC, it is ascending. If you provide DESC, it's compulsory descending. Okay, like this, guys. So this is how we have to use order by class in SQL select statements. Now let's go to the next set of SQL queries, where I am going to explain about arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators. So how to use arithmetic operators in SQL statements. So let me show you. So we'll take this time employees table. A different table we are going to take, guys, that is employees table. Okay. So how to get all the records from the employees table? select all the records from all the columns of the employees table. Select star from, I have to say employees table, table name as employees. Okay. When I run this, all the records from all the columns of the employees table will be displayed here. Now, I would like to get the salary, only salary column I want. So here instead of all columns, I have to say salary. Select salary from employees, run it. Only the records from the salary column will be displayed here. Okay, fine. Now I will put a comma here. So this time I'm going to show you select salary comma salary plus 1000. I'm just increasing the salary of the employees by 1000, let's say. Okay, select salary means original salary is 24,000, 17,000, 17,000, 9,000 that is coming. So beside that another column is there, that is salary, same column salary, but this time I'm using this addition operator. Okay, arithmetic operator. There are different arithmetic operators like this. Arithmetic operators that we can use in the SQL statements, like plus stands for addition, minus stands for subtraction, and asterisk stands for multiplication, and this okay, this slash stands for division. Okay, division. So you know pretty well about mathematics, how we use them, use this kind of operators in mathematics. The same way you are going to use in the SQL statements, guys. For that, if you say select salary comma salary plus 1000, what will happen? The original salary is 24,000. 24,000 plus 1000, how much? 25,000. So under this salary 24,000 will be displayed. Under this salary plus 1000 column, another column salary plus 1000 will come. Under that 24,000 plus 1000, how much? 25,000 will be displayed. Here 17,000 originally, 17 plus 1000, that is 18,000, 18,000, 10,000, 7,000. Here 6 means 7. Here 4,800 means 5,800. Like that, guys. Okay. If I run this, you will see that. So two columns are displayed. First column is this original salary column having the original salaries like 24, 17 and all. And second column is the same salary column but added with 1000. So 24,000 plus 1,000, that is 25,000. 17 plus 1, 18,000 will be displayed like this. But what if I change this addition operator to subtraction operator and run this SQL statement? So this time subtraction will happen. So if 24,000 is there, salary minus 1000 will be 23,000 will be displayed. Okay. Now if I say into 2, okay, I'm increasing, I'm doubling the salary of the employees. Okay, salary into 2 means I'm just doubling the salary of the employees. Your salary is the original salary, and this salary into 2 is the doubled salary. Okay, so let's see, learn this. If 24,000 is there, here 48,000 will be displayed. If 17,000 is there, 17,000 is there, 34,000 will be displayed. 9 means 18,000, like that. Similarly, last arithmetic operator, that is this division operator. Salary divided by 2. What will happen? If the original salary is 24,000, if you divide it by 2, you'll get 12,000, right? Half of the salary will be displayed. So run this. So under the salary, we got 24,000, whereas salary by 2, we got 12,000. So half of the salary will be displayed here. 17,000, 8,500, 9,000, 4,500, 6,000, 3,000, like that. Okay. So like this, guys. Now, this is all about how to use arithmetic operators in SQL statements. Now, let's move to the next type of operators, that is relational operators. Okay, relational operators. What are the different type of relational operators we have and we can use in the SQL statements? Let me type here. Okay, different relational operators. Relational operators that we can use in the SQL statements are equal to. Okay, so then next one is equal to is first one, then followed by less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. The symbol for not equal to is less than, greater than together. Okay. So like this, guys, these are the different relational operators we can use in the SQL statement. So let me practically demonstrate each and every relational statement here. Fine. Relational operator used statements here. So if I say select star, so 1 minute, countries. I'm going to use a countries table, guys. Select star from countries table. Select star from countries table. If I run this, I'll get this all the records of this countries table from all the columns, right? Now, if I add this where class, where region ID, I am trying to use the first relational operator here, that is equal to operator, where region ID equal to 2. What will happen? All the countries having the region ID as 2 will be filtered and displayed here, right? Like this. Only the list of countries having the region ID as 2. When I say equal to 2 means all the countries having the region ID exactly equal to 2 will be displayed here, filtered and displayed here. What if I say region ID is less than 2? Select star from countries, display the list of countries whose region ID is less than 2. So less than 2 means only one, right? So all the countries having the region ID less than 2, that is 1, will be displayed here like this. Now what if I provide greater than relational operator here? All the select star from countries where region ID is greater than 2. So here, so when I run this, all the list of the countries having the region ID as greater than 2 will be displayed. That is 3 and 4 got displayed here, right? Now the next thing is if I say less than or equal to, another relational operator that is less than or equal to. Select star from countries where region underscore ID is less than or equal to 2. That means region IDs can be 2, of the countries can be 2 and also should be less than. That means 1 and 2, both 1 and 2 will be displayed. 1 is less than 2 and also 2 is possible. So 2 and 1, okay? So 1 and 2. All the list of countries having the region ID less than 2, that is 1, and also equal to 2, that is 2, got displayed here. What if I say greater than or equal to? This time all the list of countries which are, okay, which have the region ID equal to 2 and also greater than 2, that means 2, 3, 4, these three numbers will be displayed here. Run this, you see 2, 3 and 4 region ID listed countries got displayed here. Okay, fine. Now finally last operator as part of the relational operators is not equal to. So this is a simple case, less than and greater than together. So select star from countries where region ID is not equal to 2. That means only the records, okay. So we'll get the list of records of these countries which doesn't have the region ID as 2. Remaining region IDs we'll get. So apart from 2, what we have? 1, 3 and 4 we have. So we'll get the results of the list of countries having the region IDs not equal to 2. That is 3, 1, 4. Okay. All the remaining other than region ID 2 listed countries will be displayed here. Fine. So guys, this is how we have to use relational operators, okay, in SQL statements. Now, let's move to the next one, that is logical operators. There are three logical operators like and, or, and not, okay. Next one is logical operators. So how many logical operators are there? There are three logical operators. What are they? And operator, or operator, and not operator, okay. And or and not operator. These three operators. How to use them? Let me show you. Suppose here select star from countries where region ID is equal to. So here already have some examples. Okay, logical operator examples. So let me demonstrate how to use logical operators like and, or, and not. Okay, so here select star from countries where region ID is equal to 2. Okay, region ID is equal to 2, and if you want to provide another condition in the where class, the where class only one condition is there, that is region ID should be 2 is the first condition. But if I want to have multiple conditions, then I have to use logical operators. Okay, so first one type of logical operator is and. Region ID is equal to and country underscore. So let me first run this statement, guys. Select star from country so that we'll get the exact data. So now we can apply the conditions. So we can break this SQL statement into multiple lines. Select star from countries where, okay, where region ID, region underscore ID is equal to 2, and operator, two conditions. Where class having first condition, along with that I'm going to provide another condition where country underscore name So let me provide only one condition first. That is region ID is equal to what will happen. So all this country list of countries having the region ID as 2 got displayed here, filtered and displayed here. In this, I don't want to display the Canada country. Okay. So even though the region ID of the Canada is 2, but still I don't want to display this record. What I have to do? I'll add another condition saying and, okay, another condition is country underscore name, okay, country underscore name is equal to, is not equal to, sorry, is not equal to Canada. Okay, like this, Canada. Like this we have to say. Okay. So one more thing guys, when you are assigning some numerical value, you don't have to provide single quotes. But when you try to assign this text string or text kind of values, you have to surround them with the single quotes. Here Canada is a text format, so this value should be surrounded by single quotes. Here 2 is a numerical format, you don't have to surround this with single quotes. Okay. So here two conditions are there. First condition is region ID should be 2. All this list of countries having, how many countries are there? 5 countries having the region ID as 2. Along with that, there is another condition where the country name should not be Canada. That means even though region ID is 2, Canada should not be there. That means this record should not be coming. Okay. This both the conditions should be satisfied. If one of the condition fails, that particular record should not be displayed. Here region ID 2 is successful for this particular third record, but I am saying country name should not be Canada. That means Canada should not be there. So this record will not be displayed. So and operator will work in such way. Okay. Both the conditions should be satisfied in order for this particular statement to display the records. Here, this third record is only satisfying one condition out of these two conditions. That is region ID is 2 is satisfied, one condition is satisfied, but next condition is Canada, which is not satisfied, not equal to Canada, okay, which is not satisfied. That's the reason this third record will not be displayed. Run this. Only 4 records came without Canada. All the countries having the region ID as 2 except Canada got displayed here. Like this, using AND operator, we can achieve this kind of results. Now let's move to the other. Okay, let's move to the other logical operator. These are all logical operators, guys. Logical AND operator, logical OR operator, logical NOT operator. Now let's move to the logical OR operator. So first of all, I will run the basic statement, that is select star from countries. I'll get the list of okay, list of country records from all the columns of this countries table. Now I would like to add the where class condition where region ID is equal to 3 or country name is equal to Canada. Okay, so just understand this. Here also two conditions are there. Region ID should be should be 3. So here all the list of countries having the region ID as 3 will be filtered and displayed. Along with that, the country name is Canada. Irrespective of the region ID, we can display. You got my point here? So Canada doesn't have the region ID as 3. So Canada has region ID as 2. But here since OR condition is there, okay, like this, where region ID is equal to 3 or any of these conditions can match and retrieve the records. So few records will match this particular condition and few other records will come by matching this condition. So it's an opposite of the AND operator, AND logical operator. OR operator means either this condition should be satisfied or this condition should be satisfied for retrieving the records from this table. So if I say, if I run this time you can see all the records, okay, all the list of country records having the region ID as 3 got displayed, but only one record having the region ID as 2 because its country name is Canada. That is the reason it got allowed. Okay. Apart from Canada, all the countries have this region ID as 3. Okay. So like this. So this is how we have to use OR logical operator. Okay. Multiple conditions will be, okay, will be retrieving the record separately. So there are some set of records coming for this condition. There are some set of records coming for this second condition. Fine. Now the last logical operator, that is not operator. How to use a not operator? So not means reverse. That means if I say select star from countries where region ID is equal to 3. Okay, select star from countries where region ID is equal to 3. What will happen, guys? All the list of countries having the region ID 3 will be displayed. But what if I simply add not operator here, where not of condition? That means reverse will happen. That means all the list of countries from this particular countries table which doesn't have the region ID as 3 will be displayed. That means apart from 3, all the remaining region IDs countries will be displayed. So this is the opposite version of not. Okay. So run this. You see, apart from only 3 will not be displayed. Not region ID 3. That means all the countries which doesn't have the region ID as 3 will be displayed. That is region ID as 2, 1, 4 like this. All the countries having the region IDs other than 3 will be displayed here. So this is how we can use a not logical operator. So this is all about the logical operators, guys. Now let's move to the next type of operator, that is between operator. So the next operator is between operator. So let me demonstrate how to use between operator. So which table I am going to use for this? I am going to use employees table. Select star from employees. If I say something like this, all the records from all the columns of this employees table will be displayed here. But I'm going to add which operator? Between operator. Between, select star from employees. Okay. Select star from employees. So here I'm going to use between, but how to use this? I have to add the where class again. Okay. Where which column? I will choose the employee ID column. Okay. Where employee ID, employee underscore ID is between, okay, employee ID is between which numbers 105 to 109, let's say, okay, range you have to provide 105 and 109 I have to provide. So what will happen here? It will retrieve all the records of this employees table, okay, who who are having the this employees having the employee ID this range only. Okay, I want to call all the employees having the IDs from 105 to 109. So in that case, I have to say select star from employees where employee ID between 105 and 109. So employee ID is having the employee ID from 105 till the 109. All these records, okay, will be retrieved. So you see here only how many records? 5 records. So first record is having the employee ID as 105, then 106, 107, 108, 109. So between 105 to 1 and 109, that means 105 record to the 109 employee ID, it will be filtering. This is how the between operator will work. Okay, between operator will work. Now next one is there is an opposite version, guys. We already know how to use logical operator not, right? So before any condition you can provide that. Here if you say employee ID not between, okay, not instead of between 105 and 109, if I say not between, what will happen? So apart from this 105, 106, 107, 108, 109 records in the table, all the remaining records will be displayed opposite. Okay, earlier we got 5 records. Except that 5 records, we will get all the remaining records in the table. Okay, you will not see 105 to 109 in these records. You see up to 104 is there. After that 110 has started like this. So this is the power of not operator. Okay, we can use not with between and it will become not between to get the list of records which are not in this particular range. Next thing is here we have used this between operator with the numbers 105 and 109 are the numbers. Now let's use this between operator with some text. Okay, with some text. So here select star from employees where first name. Okay, another column I am choosing first name between which names. Here I want like the names between Diana. Where is Diana? A B C D. So let me click on this. So better to sort, guys. Okay, so in order for this to work right, we have to sort it. Okay, if I say select star from employees where first name, all the sorry query result. Okay, so select first name. Okay, I have to say here first underscore name from employees. If I say only the first names will be displayed here, and here we have different things like if I say order by first underscore name. Okay, ascending order. Run this. We'll get the ascending order. So A and all those things are there. Here I would like to start from Diana till till John. Okay, till John. Diana to John. For that, select first name from employees. Here order by will be there. There it's like that only. Okay, so that you can understand why I'm keeping order by. It's not compulsory, guys. Okay, so if you can remove also. Okay, you can use without order by. Select first name from employees where first name, first underscore name between Diana and John. Like this, I have to say. So here you can say star. Okay, select star from employees where first name between Diana and John. Like this also you can filter. So here all the records of the employees which are in the range of Diana and John. So starting from Diana to John, Diana and John. But here this first name is kind of ordered in random order. So if you get this list of all the records according to the ascending order of the first name, you can see whether this particular query is really working or not, right? Though we got the perfect answer or perfect results for whatever the query we have written, but it's very hard for the humans to find out whether we got the exact answer or not. We got the exact records or not, we don't know, because it should start from Diana and end with John according to the ascending order, right? So D, E, F, G, H, I, J, up to that only the record should come. Okay, till John record only the record should come. But here, since the records are not not ordered or sorted in ascending order of the first name, we are not able to understand this. Okay, we can at a high level we can confirm this. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Okay, everything, all the first letters of this particular first names are in the D to J range. That's fine. But if you add one more line here, like order by first underscore name, okay, ASC, then you will get a proper answer. Okay, proper. You can see the result properly. It starts with Diana. The range is starting with Diana and Donald, Douglas, Eleni, and so on till John. Okay, the last one is John. So Diana to John. That is how the between operator will work for the number sign, also the text also. Okay, fine. So this is how, guys, we have to use between operator in the SQL statements. Now let's move to the next operator, that is in operator. Okay, how to use in operator. So if I say select star from countries, you'll get a list of countries, right? You'll get a list of countries. Let's say I want to get the list of countries where, okay, where country name is inside any of this list of countries. It can be Australia. Okay, I want to get only the list of records, okay, whose country names are in this list. Okay, Australia, comma, India, comma, Germany. Okay, only these three countries I want. Remaining countries I don't want. I would like to get the list of the countries from this countries table whose country name is either Australia or India or Germany. Only these three countries related records should be coming here. When I run this, so the list of countries which are from, okay, whose country name is Australia or India or Germany got displayed. Okay, like this. What if I say not in? Not in, the reverse will happen. All the list of countries, okay, except Australia, except India, and except Germany will be displayed here. Apart from these three records, remaining all records in this countries table will be displayed. So this is not in. Okay, not in. Fine. Now, next thing is we are done with the in operator, and we can use not operator with the in operator, not in. So to get the reverse result of whatever the in operator does. Now the next set of SQL statements are like operator and wildcards. Okay, like operator and wildcards. There are two types of wildcards. There are two types of wildcards we can use in the SQL statements of Oracle. Okay, Oracle SQL, we can use two wildcards. One wildcard symbol is percentile symbol. Other wildcard symbol is underscore symbol. Percentile symbol stands for many, many chars. Okay, many size. and underscore symbol stands for single size. Okay, many size and single size. Now if I say select star from countries, and also one more thing guys, if you have to use this percentile or underscore, we have to use them with like operator. Okay, without like operator we cannot use these wildcards. Let me show you few examples so that you can understand how they will work. So the examples are, if I say select star from countries where country name like, okay, here like operator should be used if you have, and in the single quotes just provide, okay, I percentile. What does it mean? The first letter should be I. In this country names the first letter should be I, and the remaining letters can be anything. Okay, it can be single letter, multiple letters, or any number of letters. I followed by any number of count of size. Okay, so here there are few examples here. Israel is there. In Israel country, I is the first, and after I 1 2 3 4 5 letters are there. So Israel will be retrieved using this SQL statement. Then Italy is there. In Italy also the first letter I is capital and remaining all are small. I mean, the first letter I is matching, right? And remaining can be any letters, that is TALY, can be anything. So I followed by any size of letters or any number of letters. So remaining countries. So here simply we are writing a SQL statement saying that retrieve all the countries which are starting with the letter I. Simple. Okay. Indirectly I am writing the statement like retrieve the list of countries which are starting with the letter I. So for that you have to use this kind of wildcard. Percentile means after I any number of letters can be there. Okay. Run it. You see, Israel, India, Italy, all they have the I in the initial letter, and remaining letters can be anything. The size also doesn't matter. Fine. So this is one type of wildcard. And if you have to use this wildcard, you have to use like operator. Okay. Without like operator, this wildcard cannot be provided. Next thing. Next thing is, next example we have is underscore. If I say underscore NDIA, okay, what does this mean? Here underscore only one letter, one thing can be filled. It can be only one thing. It can be A, it can be B, it can be C, but only one thing. After that, remaining letter should be NDIA. Okay. So if I run this, I am getting only India because the first blank will be filled with I and remaining are NDIA. Okay, NDIA is matching. Like this, guys. Like this, we can use wildcards along with the like operator in the SQL statements. Fine. This is about like operator and wildcards. Now let's move to the next one. That is how to provide the alias names for the columns. How to provide alias names for the columns. For example, if I say select star from countries here, run this. All the records from all the asterisk means all columns, right? But if I say select country underscore name, if I say select country underscore name, what will be the result? Only one column, that is country name, will be displayed. Let's display that, run it. Only country name is there. But I am somehow, I don't want to display the column name as country underscore name. Instead, I would like to give a alias name. In the results, even though the column name is country name, I want to display, as part of the display, I want to give a separate name. So for example, I will say country, like this, country. So for that, I have to use as keyword. Okay. Select country name as country. So here column name is displayed as country name, country underscore name. But when I say country name as country and run this, instead of this country underscore name, we got country. The alias name, that is country, got displayed here. Okay. So again, like this also we can use select star from countries. I'll get all the columns. All the records from all the columns will be displayed here, right? 1 minute. So let's run this general query like select star from countries, which will display all the records from all the columns of this countries table. And as you can see, the original column names will be displayed here, guys. Okay. So here country ID means only country ID. Here country name means country name. Here region ID means region ID. So I can also write same thing like this, right? Country ID, comma, country name, comma, region underscore ID. Like this I can write. If I run this, so country ID, country name, region ID will be displayed. But if I don't want the original names of the columns to be displayed in the results, though the original column names are country ID, country name, and region ID in the customer like in countries table, but still in the results, I don't want to have the same names. Instead of country ID, I want to say as ID. Okay. Instead of country name, I will say as name. Okay, as region. Like this, for each and every column I can provide an alias name. So when I run this, instead of country id name will be displayed. Instead of country name, in the results, name column will be displayed. Instead of the region id original column name, alias name of that particular column, that is region, will be displayed. Run this like this. You see, id name region. In place of country ID, we got alias name ID. In case of country name, we got alias name name. In case of like column name region ID, we got the alias name as region. Like this, guys, we can provide the alias names. And one more thing, guys, this as is not compulsory, optional. You can remove this. Still, it will work in the same way. Country ID, even the as keyword is not there, still ID will be displayed. Okay, just remove this as. If you keep as, it will be very clear that you are providing the alias name. But without as also, okay, if you are providing the column name, original column name followed by alias name, original column name followed by the alias name, original column name followed by the alias name, you will get the same result, guys. Okay, it will not give any error. You see, the same ID name region in place of country ID, country name, region ID. You can either put as here, as here, or you can remove it. Okay, both will work in the same way. Fine. Next thing, so this is how we have to use the alias names, okay, for the columns of a particular table. While displaying the column names in the results, then instead of displaying the original column names, you can display the alias names for the original columns in the results of the queries. Fine. The last one of this session, guys, that is how to limit the records. For example, if I say select star from countries table name, okay, select star from countries table name. If I say, what will happen? All the records will be there coming. That's fine. But I don't want to display all the records. I would like to only display like top some records. Let's say top 10 records I want. Okay. So how to do that? We have to use this thing. Okay. Where class condition. We have to write a kind of condition here saying row number. Okay. This is a keyword, guys. Okay. How to limit the records? Even though in this particular table, that is countries table, we got more than 10 records. How many total records are there? 25. But I would like to restrict the results to only 10 records. Out of 25, I want to restrict to only 10 records. So where row number, okay, row number is a keyword that you can use for limiting these records. Even though the original table has more than 10 records, you would like to show less than or equal to 10. Like this you will write. Okay. Select star from countries where row number should be less than or equal to 10. So it should not exceed 10. This is the meaning. Okay. Less than or equal to 10 means it should not, only up to 10 are allowed to be displayed in the results. Even though this particular table has more than 10 records, we are selecting to only retrieve the first 10 records of the table. Okay, remaining we are going to hide. So for that, select star from countries where row number less than or equal to 10. Run this. You see, even though the table has 25 records, only the first 10 records of the table got displayed here. Okay, only the first 10 rows. That's why row number 10 rows. Okay, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6. And it can be only the max value of the row number can be only 10. After 10, it is not, it will, even though this more than 10 rows are there in the table, only 10 rows will be displayed based on this condition. Okay, this is how we can limit the number of records that can be displayed in the results of the SQL query execution. Okay, so guys, this is how we can execute some of the SQL queries in the Oracle 11g software. Okay, there are more other SQL queries. Okay, other advanced SQL queries are also there in SQL. Okay, that we can execute on the Oracle 11g. Fine, those things I will be explaining as part of the next or upcoming video sessions, guys. Hope you understood these sessions, guys. Thank you. See you in the next video session. Bye, guys.